Hey everyone, Combo here, I'm back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and we are in Rush War. You all know the drill. I'm gonna do my 6 war hits with commentary in each of those battles, where I'm going to explain why I chose the teams, and then also explaining the moves that I do each battle. Real quick before we get started, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. Without further ado, let's get into my 6 war battles. With my first hit, I am going to bring a red mono team against a Toon Horgel tank team. I do like to play mono in Rush War and in Rush War only because I have the troops to be able to get all of those specials in 6 tiles. So I'm going to get 5 specials at the same time in just 6 tiles. I've got a very strong here team with Blossom as my healer. I've also got Yukona and Gestalt, Pepperflame, and Isidore. Let's see how this first flag here goes. Not a good board to start at all right here. All right. Let's see where I want to start. I am going to start with these blues up the middle against Toon Horgel. And nothing to help me. Okay. Really don't even have a lot of cascading options either. Gonna match these yellows up the middle against Horgel. Nothing there either. All right. All right, we've got a little cascade that we can set up if I match these yellows on the top left. It's going to set off the greens on the bottom. Come on, give me some more reds. All right, I am going to match these blues in the middle so that I can finally match some reds next turn. All right, so I've got 3 reds. Still need 3 more to get any specials. And Horgel's about to go off again. Asarnia's about to go off. Soon Aslar's going to be going off. All right, well, let's do this. I'm going to match these greens in the middle, setting off a cascade of blues. Give me some reds, please. All right. That's something. All right, I'm going to match these purples vertically, hoping that I get a red to match with those. Please, come on, give me something. All right. Okay, well, I'm probably going to die because I've got 3 of their specials going off at the same time right now. That's Asarnia, and Horgel just killed me up now. Well, that first battle did not go well at all. All right, moving on to our next battle. With my next flag, I'm going to go up against a Bernadette tank team. I do not like to play mono against Bernadette because I need options to be able to neutralize her. So I do have 3 options on this team that will be able to neutralize her. I've got Starlask, who gives, I think, 1,243 damage or something like that when mana gets full. 962 damage, and it will remove 75% of their mana. Damon makes it so that when he goes off, the target cannot cast any new status effects on enemies or allies for 3 turns. And then Medea, of course, that casts that shifting mindless attack to the main target and then damage to the nearby enemies also. So I really need at least one of those to be able to go off before Bernadette does. So I've got 3 different color options. If I am not able to, then I do have Glass Richard, who will hopefully reflect that Bernadette effect so that I don't have to deal with it more than once. All right, let's see how this next flag here goes. Hopefully better than the first. All right, so I need either 6 reds, 6 purples, or 6 greens. I'm going to start off with the greens against Glass Vivica. Up the middle, hoping I get a green on the bottom over there. And I did not. All right. I'm going to match these 4 purples now. All right. Now I am going to match this 3 reds on the bottom right, I think. Actually, no. I'm going to match the reds against Isarnia. I think that that's going to be the best option. I'm hoping I don't get a yellow to match with a Cascade, and I did not. Okay, good. Actually, that's even better. I've got greens I can match now against Vanya. So then I can use Starlass. That's perfect. Okay. I'm going to use Starlass on the left over here because Glass Vivica is going to reflect the ailment back, and I don't want that. So let's use Starlass now. And it actually worked on Isarnia. She did not resist it, so that's nice. All right, now I'm going to use these reds on the bottom right here. It's going to give me some more options to deal with Bernadette. And actually, Medea's going to activate as well. Even better. Awesome, okay. I'm going to wait to use both of those specials because I've still got that effect on both of them. I am, however, going to match these blues against Isarnia. It's going to give another 1,100 damage to Bernadette. That's awesome. Okay, cool. I'm going to match these greens up the middle against Bernadette. All right, so that effect now is off. I am... What's Vanya's class? He's a monk, so I don't really want to use Medea against Vanya. I'm going to use Medea against... Actually, I think I might actually be able to kill Bernadette right now. If I use Medea first against Bernadette, and then she now has just under 1,000 health. I'm going to hit Isarnia with the main part of Richard and see what that does for damage against Bernadette. 818. Okay, we can definitely kill her with the blue tiles. So I'm going to heal first, and then I'm going to use Damon against Isarnia, because that should kill her. And it did. Very, very nice. Now I am... Actually, what does she have for health? 149. I don't think those green tiles are going to kill her, because I've only got one green hero, and green is weak against red, of course, so I'm going to use these blues. Perfect. Okay. So Bernadette is now dead. Now I'm going to be able to ghost some purple tiles, I think. Yeah, I'm going to ghost these ones so I can match the green ones next turn. I'm going to wait to use Medea since Vivica is about to heal anyway. Now, I've got to be careful with these specials that I've got because of Glass Vivica's reflecting. So I'm going to, even though these are multi-hit heroes, I'm going to attack Vanya. I also want to get rid of that Mega Minion. We do need to move this battle along a little bit. Very nice. I'm going to kill Vanya with Starlass. I did that because He gives a negative ailment to multiple heroes, so I can just use Medea against just Domitia for that main part of that shifting mindless attack, which she's probably going to resist, and she evaded it. All right, now I do need to move this battle along a little bit here. Vivica's about to go off, but actually she still has that ability to evade. Now it's gone. Okay, now she's healed, so now I can use my specials. We're going to hit Domitia again with the main part. I need to get rid of Vivica, though. Perfect. Okay, that was a nice cascade, and we got some blues. We should definitely be able to kill Vivica now between Richard and Damon. I'm going to use Damon first. And then I am going to use the main part of Richard against Vivica. I want to make sure she dies. Awesome. Now we can just start crushing tiles against Domitia. If I can ghost tiles, I will, but not a super need to right now. Perfect. And Domitia is dead. We are now 1 for 2 in this Rush War. Definitely happy with how that battle against Bernadette went. When the board to start wasn't the best, I definitely had to move some stuff around to be able to get 6 tiles of one of those colors. All right, moving on to our next battle. With my third flag, I'm going up against another Bernadette tank team. I am also bringing a 2-1-1-1 team with 3 counters for Bernadette. Quintus gives mindless attack to 3 enemies. Lord Loki will copy her special so that everybody gets that effect. And then Sludgus is a healer, but he gives that dancing effect to all other 4 allies, so they will be able to resist the painting effect when they are dancing. Sludgus will get the painting effect, so ideally I want to get Quintus or Lord Loki first. Actually, somebody just made a comment in my video the other day that he is pronounced Quintus and not Quintus, and I think that's happened a couple times, so I will start calling him Quintus instead of Quintus. Sorry about that, everybody. And then if I am not able to get one of those 3 colors before Bernadette goes off, I've got Toon Aslar, who will hopefully resist that painting effect, and Glass Marjana, who will hopefully reflect it back to her. All right, let's see how this third flag here goes. All right, so I need either 6 blues, 6 purples, or 6 yellows. Ideally, purples or blues. I think I can make blues happen, actually. If I match these blues on the right first, and then I'm going to match the greens on the left, which will move up a blue. It is going to set off a cascade, though, I just realized. Because if I match the greens and then match the blues, it's going to set off a cascade of yellows up next. So I think it would be better if I match the yellows on the bottom first, and then match the greens, and then match the blues. It would have less of a chance of continual cascades, and I think it'd be at least 1 less tile. It would be 1 more turn, though, to make all of that happen. I think I have enough, and I think I need to do that in order to make this happen. I think I need to try it. All right, let's do this. I'm going to match the yellows first. And then these greens right here. I think I'm still okay. I just need a red to not come underneath the reds toward the bottom. So I have a 80% chance that we should be okay. Come on, Empires. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Wow. All right, please reflect it back at least. And it did reflect it back. And Toon Aslar resisted it. Okay. At least there's that. Okay. Now I got to get through these next few turns. I'm so annoyed at that red tile that just came underneath. All right, well, it is what it is. Let's do this. I'm going to match these reds right here, which is going to give me both Aslar and Marjana. I'm going to use Aslar first, and hoping that we can kill or get close to killing Bernadette with Marjana, because Grimsteel's going to go off in a moment. I'm going to use this special from Lord Loki. I kind of have to. I need to do some extra damage to Bernadette. Going to match these yellows over here so that Sludges can go off against Bernadette. And people are dying quickly. All right, how much health does Baron have? 312, and Grimsteel's about to go off. I don't know if I can come back from this. And I'm thinking that I should flee before Grimsteel goes off. I don't have any heavy stacks here, so any of these tiles are not going to do 312 damage, and Grimsteel's going to go off before that fire damage happens to Bernadette. So if I don't flee now, Grimsteel's going to go off, Vivica's going to go off in a turn or two, and Bernadette's going to be at full health, so I think I need to do the right thing here and flee so that my next alliance mate has a better chance of killing this team by getting Bernadette out of the way quickly. So I know it's not exciting, sorry everybody, but I am indeed going to flee this battle and move on to our next flag. We are now 1 for 3 in this Rush 4, so not going the best. Hopefully we can change that with our next 3 flags. With my 4th flag, I am going to bring a purple mono team against a costume Dia-Chan tank team. I know this might sound crazy, but I usually have very good luck with purple teams against costume Dia-Chan because of the growth effect from Dark Feather and that extra special skill damage that happens when other people's specials go off. I do have Von Rothbert to deal with Bernadette, so I will be using him against her primarily. That effect will also spread to Mina, so they will both get that 1700 damage after the 4 turns. I've got Dumichia for another sniper, Obakan for some counterattack action, which will not work against Glass Richard since the glass costumes now bypass the defensive buffs, including counterattacks. And then I've got Shadow Fang, who attacks all and will give fiends to enemies the next 5 turns as well. I feel pretty good about this team that we're going up against, even though they are a 77-10 team power. All right, a better board than I have been getting, that's for sure. Okay, what I'm going to do first is match these purples, which will set off a little cascade with the greens here, hoping we can get some more purples on the board. We got 1, all right. Now I am going to match these reds up the middle against Dia-Chan, hoping we get a purple in the middle there. Not exactly where I wanted, but that will work. I can move that up with the green tiles. Actually, that's not going to work out, actually, because that's going to set off a cascade with the reds. Actually, you know what? I think I might do that anyway, because that's then going to set off a cascade with some yellows, and I want to get some tile movement here. And actually, we got a purple in the right spot anyway, so that worked out perfect. Dia-Chan is going to go off again, but that's okay. Not too concerned about it. All right, that was a very nice cascade. I will take that for sure. There's also the 50% less healing that all of them get from me having a Fox on the team. I do have Shadowfang, who has that as a passive. All right, so first I am going to use Dark Feather, of course. And then I am going to use Shadowfang. Then I'm going to use Obakhan against the 3 over here. And then I'm going to use Von Rothbert against Bernadette. I'm going to hold off on using Domitia so that that silence effect can spread to Mina, because if I use Domitia even against somebody else, the extra damage from Dark Feather's effect could kill Bernadette, and I don't want that to happen yet. I don't really have a ton of options here, actually. The only moves I have are those purples on the bottom and then the greens toward the top middle-ish area. I'd rather not match the purples yet and wait till next turn so that Domitia can benefit from the mana, but I don't want to match the greens because then I'm not going to be able to. It's going to give me the purples in areas that are not going to be beneficial. So I am going to match the purples. Domitia missing out on the 3 purple tiles is not really the end of the world. Got a couple more greens. Very nice. All right, now I am going to use Domitia against Bernadette. I think... Actually, I'm not going to use Domitia against Bernadette because she's going to get that 1700 damage from the Von Rothbert effect, which will kill her, plus the Thorn minion that she has as well. Okay. So we'll be okay. So I'm going to use Domitia against Costume Diachan. Now I am going to match these 4 greens, which will make it so that I can match some purples next turn. Going to match these purples now so that I can get my specials activated again. All right, now I'm going to use Dark Feather first, of course. Then I'm going to use Shadowfang. And Bernadette is officially dead. Very good. Now, I want to see if we can kill Gestalt with Obakhan. Perfect. So I don't have to deal with the damage he would have given. Now I'm going to use Domitia against Costume Diachan. Very nice. This battle is going very good. I'm going to hold off on using Von Rothbert on Mina until after that dancing effect goes away, which should go away this turn, I think. Yeah, one more turn that's going to be left because I don't want to use that against Class Virtue because it will have a chance to reflect back to me, and I definitely do not want to deal with that. That was a very nice cascade of purples up the middle, and we are going to use Von Rothbert against Mina. I know it's not ideal since he's about to die anyway, but that's what we have to work with. Now, I'm going to match these yellows, I think. Normally, I would want a Ghost Tiles in this situation, but I actually don't really have any good options other than the purples on the bottom. And if I match the purples on the bottom, I won't be able to get any specials. But if I do this first, then match purples completely ghosted next turn, then I will be able to get all of my specials, and the battle should be over once I use my specials right now. I'll use Dark Feather first, then Shadowfang, and then Domitia and Glass Richard should be dead. And he is. Perfect. We are now 2 for 4 this war. Definitely an improvement over the last battle. I'll take it. With my 5th flag, I'm bringing 4 greens and 1 blue against this Glass Vivica tank team. And normally I would want to use Galapagos against a team where his minion removal could be used advantageously. But this is what we've got left on the board. This is one of the tougher teams left that don't have a Bernadette on their team. And I've used up all of my Bernadette counters. So I'm feeling pretty confident of how this battle will go, especially with a Grimsteel on the team. Once he goes off once or twice, it is very hard for the enemies to do any damage against me. All right, we got a decent amount of blues and greens on the board. I will take that. I'm going to start off with the blues on the right over here, which is going to move up the other green so I can match that later. Actually, I might just match the ones on the right so that that green on the right doesn't get stuck out there in no man's land. I was hoping I'd get a blue underneath, but not quite. Okay, that's fine. I am now going to use the greens up the middle, hoping we get a blue to cascade, and we did get 1. Very nice. Okay, so everybody's going to go off, including their Glass Vivica and Shimmer Scale, but that's okay. I am now going to use Grimsteel first, and then I'm going to use Fungustine. I would really like to get rid of Glass Vivica early if we can, because I don't want them constantly healing all the time. So let's use Galapagos first. And then Mina and Sparktoy. And those fiends will definitely help with the healing being reduced. I'm going to create this yellow diamond now. No greens underneath with those 4 tiles that just came up. I'm going to match this yellow diamond now. We did get some greens that time and some blues. Very nice. Nice little cascade. Fungustine got his Mega Minion for Swiftpaw, dealing more than 25% damage. I'll take it. Now, Domi Ventus is about to go off probably in the next turn or 2. I am going to match these green tiles so that I can get my green specials. And Fungustine is silenced. Not ideal there, but that's okay. I think we can probably kill Mina. Actually, you know what? I'm going to use Galapagos and Sparktoy first and see what kind of damage that does to Mina. Okay, Mina's dead. Very good. Let's see what we can do to Swiftpaw and Domi Ventus and Vivica over here. Swiftpaw's dead. Perfect. Now, I am going to match these reds against Domi Ventus because I want to be able to match those blues next turn, or we could get a cascade of 4 blues underneath and the minion hitting Domi Ventus and killing him. I will take that. Now, I want to heal with Grimsteel and increase my attack growth again. And then let's go some tiles over here on the left if we can. I'm going to hit this blue dragon. I am not going to move up that 1 blue tile to match up with it, though, because that's not going to make a difference. Actually, with the mana increase that Grimsteel gave, we should actually be able to activate in 5 tiles. So 2 ghosted is 4, then the 1 tile, and that did actually activate Grimsteel again. Perfect. Okay, now I am going to use Grimsteel and Fungustine. We're going to ghost these 3 green tiles, and we should be able to end this match this next turn. Or with the flying discs, we could end it even better. I will take it. We are now 3 for 5. Definitely very happy with how these last 2 battles went after a rough start in this war. With my last flag, I'm going to try to get revenge against this Toon Horgel tank team using a yellow mono team. I've got Zhuzhlang, who will give me those minions with the counterattack, so that's going to be very useful against their high attack all hitters with the Sarnia, Horgel, and Aslar. I've got Cleopatra and Rosalind for some healing, Leonidas as a sniper, Shimmer Scale with his Mega Minion and the bleed damage, and he'll attack 3. But this is going to be a pretty passive team because I'm really just trying to use Zhuzh's minions and that extra healing to be able to kill the main 3. Then I'll deal with the healers at the end. All right, not bad here. What I'm going to do first is... could match the yellows, but I don't really know. Actually, you know what? I'm going to match the yellows on the very bottom middle, because then I'm going to match the greens on the left, which will help set up me to be able to get 3 yellows. Actually, I can just match these against Horgel now. Okay. I was going to match the yellows toward the middle horizontally, setting up yellows for the next turn, but if we can do this, even better. And we might be able to even kill Horgel before he goes off. I think I'm more concerned about the ones on the right over here with Azlar and that burn damage, and then Guardian Gazelle with the plus 110% attack she's going to give everybody. So first I am going to use Rosalind until she has a full Mega Minion, and she'll safely cleanse once Isarnia and Horgel and Azlar start giving me some negative effects. Then I'm going to use Shimmer Scale. I am going to use Zhuzhling, of course. I'm going to hold off on using Cleopatra because I do not need to heal right now, so that would be a waste. I am going to use Leonidas against Horgel so that he is dead. Perfect. Goes these purple tiles up the middle. I do not want to set tiles off against their healers. I am going to match these reds in the middle here next. Going to match these reds against Azlar. Might set him off. Yep, okay. He's going to get that counterattack damage from the 3 minions on the left, and he is dead. Perfect. I am still not going to use Cleopatra because I still do not need to use her. I'm going to match these purples on the top here, hoping I get a yellow underneath. I did not. Okay, that's fine. They are going to be healing soon. Sarnia is about to go off. I still have some minions here who will be able to counterattack. I am going to match these reds against Sarnia. That way she goes off before Gazelle and Blossom heal her. I'm hoping that she'll die now. Or close to it, maybe. Alright, that was quite a bit of damage. I am going to heal now with Cleopatra because I can ghost 6 yellow tiles, or 3 yellow tiles, giving me 6 tiles to set everybody off again. Now, let's hit these 2 on the left over here. I'm going to use Rosalind first so she gets her full Mega Minion back, Shimmer Scale, and Zhuzhling. And then we can definitely kill Isarnia. How much health does Blossom have left, actually? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to kill Blossom, so we'll kill Isarnia. I'm going to hold off on using Cleopatra since I don't need to. Go some tiles over here. And I've got 6 more yellow tiles that I can use. Perfect. This match is going much better than the last time I faced it. Now, Gazelle's going to die from the bleed damage anyway, so let's hit Blossom with Shimmer Scale and Leonidas. And this should kill her or close to it. Not quite. Okay, that's fine. Now, let's move up these yellows so that I can use them next turn. Gazelle just revived, but that's okay. She's going to die again probably very soon. And she is dead from that bleed damage. All right, so we ended up finishing 4 for 6 after starting 1 for 3. So definitely happy with how this war finished out. We currently have 4,720 points with 28 flags left. They have 3418 with 48 flags left. So they have a 20 flag differential and we're up by 1,300 points. So I would be surprised if they were able to come back from this. Most of the tougher targets are gone off the board. So we may even be able to flip this board again. So feeling pretty good about this war. We are going to be able to open up a war chest no matter what because we are 24 out of 25. So hoping I get something good out of that. But that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful. And if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you sub to my channel and I'll catch you guys next time.